Welcome back. You're watching our special broadcast from the automotive industry's annual convention. Shailesh Chandra, the head of Tata Motors passenger vehicle and electric vehicle business unit, spoke to us about their festive strategy going forward, supply chain issues and the next EV launch as well. Listen in.
I would expect that by H1, the industry would have done about 1.8 to 1.9 million. And therefore, it is very much on track to do roughly 3.6 million, which would be the highest ever for the industry. The last peak was in FY19, which was 3.4. So I think it is pretty much on track. The demand remains strong. As you know, H2 is the period of festivities. It starts in October, and then the Q4 is also full of festivities. The demand has remained strong. New models which have got launched have got very strong response. And therefore, I expect that the momentum should continue. But it would be more retail growth that you're going to see in the H2. H1 was more about building channel stock also to support the festive season. And I think right now there are no negative indicators, if I have to use that word. But we should see more cautiously how Q3 beyond the festive season is going to play out. And then I believe that Q4 should be strong in any case.
About festive demand, how do you expect the festive season to be for Tata Motors? Any specific festive schemes or strategy?
So festive season looks to be going well, because this is after, I would say, 2 years that you have robust supplies. The last 2 festive seasons, the supplies were not at same level at what the demand was. That time we had all this pent up and personal mobility also as the tailwinds supporting the industry, but you did not have the supplies. But this would be the first festive season after 2 years that you'll have sufficient supplies. So I believe that given that the industry bookings are very high and the channel stock is right now at the right level, I would say, what it should be ahead of the festive season. And also the October supplies are going to be robust. So all in combination, I think the industry is going to see a good festive season. Right. You talked about schemes. So selectively in certain models, we are giving schemes to drive retails in those particular segments. And we are also going very region based, because the festivities are strong in one region for a certain, like Durga Puja in East and Diwali is everywhere. So, but we are going very selective. Region, product also very selective, but otherwise I think these are the schemes typically what you run.
Right.
And campaigns, of course.
Okay. So you have given us a sense earlier that you would be targeting the sale of 50,000 electric cars in this fiscal. If I were to ask you for your whole passenger vehicle segment, could you give us a number?
No, 50,000 is the aspiration and the target that we have kept for ourselves, so that electrification in India reaches a level which people really start seeing seriously and it becomes mainstream. It is less to do with the company, more to do with the category that we want the country to move fast towards. And I had stated in that light that this is something which as market leader with nearly 88% market share, we have to really bring the industry to that level. I can't share the overall numbers, because it can be ultimately less or more. I don't know what number I state, and I don't want to create that kind of a confusion and pressure on the stakeholders. So I would just reserve, but you know, I've already told you that this industry would be 3.6. We have been trending about 14% market share. I think arithmetics can be done.
And in terms of your EV strategy, you're going to unveil an affordable EV priced lower than the Tigor EV, the Tiago. By when do we expect it to hit the market?
Let that be suspense till at least 28th is when we are going to announce the price and the booking dates and delivery dates. So I'll just hold, and you should, all of us should hold the horses at this stage. But 28th it will be clear. The intention would be to first understand the demand. So it will be a phase of booking and then delivery.
Right.
So it's not far away, of course.
Okay. My final question would be on the current demand trend that you're seeing in the market, especially when it comes to the sentiment in rural areas versus urban, the buyer behavior. We're seeing customers move from hatchbacks to SUVs. Do you think this trend is only going to continue? And how does the demand picture look like in the rural areas compared to urban right now?
You know, rural areas should be even more stronger, I would say, in the H2, and it has been pretty even, I would say, urban-rural. And as far as we are concerned, about 38% to 40% of our sales come from rural area. That has been also doing good, but I would say, you know, it is also because we have expanded more aggressively in rural areas in the last 1 or 2 years. So we are seeing that demand at an industry level. I would believe that it is not very different.